What's up?
What's up, dude? It's dry. It's a good day. The weather's pretty good.
So here we are in Virginia. The track looks pretty good. The air is good. It's got some wind going on. I'm not sure which way it's blowing versus the track, but we're gonna find out. We don't have much test hits, so this is basically gonna be our testing.
No, this year's no rules. I couldn't do anything different to my car. I couldn't lose no weight. I couldn't add no more nitrous. I mean, all I gotta do is get the car to run better. If I could do that, then I really feel like I could run with these guys. We're gonna see today.
Boogie, get some W's.
What's up, y'all? We're here at Virginia Motorsports Park. The first day of the racing event is on a Saturday. We had some weather move in yesterday, so we had to push the racing back to Saturday, Sunday, but you know what? It is beautiful today. The sun is out. It's about 75 degrees. Can't ask for a better day of racing. What's gonna happen here today? And you'll have a class called Beat the Champ, our champs from previous seasons. So you have Kelley in there, your Ryan Martin. You've also got Sean Ellington. The other 5 racers in that class are going to basically try to beat the champs in that race. All right, Virginia Motorsports Park, thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday. We're going to have a chip draw, and basically that chip draw is for the Beat the Champ. They're all gonna go in a bucket, so that qualifier round basically will determine who is going to race the champs, and then they'll draw for the first round to Beat the Champ. All right, drivers, go ahead and go to the pits, get your cars ready. We're gonna clear the starting line off, and then we are going to go racing. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to some of our sponsors that we have here for our event. First being Expel. We also have M&M Transmissions, Proline Racing, Lat Racing Oils, and Quick Performance. So all those companies are helping us out, helping us make this possible, being able to come out here and enjoy a beautiful day of racing. So for that, I do thank each and every one of those companies for pitching in. You know, we appreciate it. Every little bit counts. Folks, here we go. Beat the Champ Qualifier starts right now. All right, first pair here in this Beat the Champ Qualifier. Over in the left lane, that is going to be Chevy Reeves. Chevy Reeves all the way from Canada. Jeff Lutz. Jeff Lutz in the right lane. Mustang.
The track right now is going to be the equalizer, because small tire goes, they tear it up, then we come up and put some more rubber down. So we're just going to play it safe and just try to go A to B. You know, that's a big part of this is getting down the racetrack, and if you get the win, then you can capitalize and just keep going faster. So that's what we're going to do.
Chevy Reeves having some problems out there. It'll burn out just like the car. Won't back up. We're going to have to push it.
Jeff's got a pretty comparable car to mine. He's obviously got the experience over me. The way he was running in Famoso, I mean, we weren't running really much better, but I think we're set up now where we'll give him a run for his money. If we can put him on the trailer, that's badass, but can't really take anybody here lightly, especially Jeff. He's a veteran of the sport, so I'm just honored to race him, but I'm gonna try and put him on the trailer.
Tough break for Chevy Reeves as Jeff Lutz will get the win. Not sure what happened with the car after the burnout, but unable to make a pass.
It wasn't pretty, but we'll take the win, I guess. I don't know what happened to Chevy. The starter come up and said go. I said, okay, we're on a single. So we're on to round, what is it, round 0?
2, I guess. 1?
Round 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're on to the next round.
That's right, we're on to the next round. We're on to the race the champs round. How's that?
Perfect.
All right, next pair just finished up the burnouts. Over in the left lane, that's going to be Dave Mendez. Dave Mendez in the left lane. And in the right lane, that's going to be Scott Scooter Taylor.
It's ever who goes down, really, on that first pass. So we'll see if we can go down. That's the main thing. We go down, we can win.
right lane, Dave Mendez popped the chutes out, got 100 foot out. That was all she wrote.
Well then, I ain't gonna say I wasn't gonna nervous on that one. I was right behind Jeff Lutz, and Jeff Lutz moved about that far. So when I let go of the button, I was just hoping it went, but it did.
Striking here in the right lane, Pro Charge Camaro going up against Nate Saylor. Pro Charge no.
We need to win this one. That'll get us in the lucky chip draw for the Race the Champ. If we get in there, then we get a chance to race the big boys for some big money. $10,000 tonight, so we're excited for that. We feel pretty good. We got a good momentum. I got a good crew. We got a good car. Refreshened up a few things that we found after the finals, and I think we got a good hot rod. We're gonna find out here against Rankin and see how much we can push it with the track conditions the way they are. You can have all the power in the world. If you can't put it to the ground, it doesn't mean anything. So we're gonna try and see how much that is.
Great drag race there, but Nate Saylor gets to the finish line first. Nice job.
Man, that's one more. We needed that to get into the lucky chip draw for tonight. Track's kind of tricky right now. It's hot. It seems better than it is. But Lee gave us a tune-up that'll go down. I got a few issues with the car. It wouldn't stay idling in my burnout, if you noticed that. I'm gonna figure that out, and then my steering wheel's clocked about 9 o'clock, so we're gonna fix that and come back for round 2.
Nice job, bud.
Good run, brother.
Good job, brother.
Let's door to door with you.
Yeah, I saw you and I heard you.
That was good for no spray.
Hell yeah. You did good.
Well, I made 5. We'll get it figured out. It's only my fucking 4th pass and we put it back together this year, so we're doing all right.
Dude, you're killing it.
Whew! How's the ride? How's a good lick? I thought I had to look up at the tower to even see who clipped who on that one. Guess his beam breaker was a little longer. Your pecker extender was a little bigger.
Go ahead and say it, brother. I got a longer pecker. I want to hear you say it.
I don't want to say it like that, but you know.
It's the truth.
I don't know if it's the truth or not. You can say, you can talk that shit.
Good race, man.
A good race, dude. Hey, always good, bro.
It is.
All right, next pair. Just finish up the burnouts over the right lane. That's going to be Cole Pez, the Mustang, going up against Disco Dean. Disco Dean here in the left lane.
Well, I was feeling good. We got a new injector on there. I rolled it up there. We could barely see one bulb on the tree. So now I got to try to find the green, and in the left lane, I can't see the green where the motor location is in this car. So, I mean, there's $10,000 on the line, but we need, the concentration is on the 40 grand and the points. So we're going to use this as basically a test session to see if I can see the tree out of the left. If not, we're going to adjust and see what else we can do to try to make it better. Here we go. What do? You just see what happens.
I got Disco Dean. I actually love Disco Dean. There's a good story behind me and Disco Dean. My grandmother had a stroke, and all she would talk about, one of the only things she could remember was Disco Dean. Like, he sent me a video, and my grandmother's gonna be watching, and that means more to me than anything possible. So I know she's excited, I'm excited, and I just can't wait to do it because I look up to him a lot, so I'm excited.
And Disco Dean gets the win there. Cole Pez has to pedal.
Take that win. That's a W. Winners. A lot going on, man, when you can't see the tree. It is so hard to just focus, man. But we got a win light. That was good. Car left good, went straight. A little down on power in the middle. Cole pulled up on me. He was probably ahead of me for a little bit there, and I could see him going to shake or get crooked. And we went on for the win. So
You know, half the battle's making the full trip.
Sorry, Grandma, I let you down. Disco whipped my ass. We do have a present. Hey, he's not around here, but let's just show the camera real quick, Coach. We did get Dean a present. We will be giving it to Dean. It's like a disco ball. You can put a drink in it. You put some vodka, whatever you want in that sucker, you'd be good to go. We love you, Dean.
We are pretty excited about the race this week. Long trip for us from California, but we got here, we went and did some testing down at Coughlin. Car ran really well. Now it's still really windy, which is pretty wild, so I mean, I don't know, we're gonna have to see what happens, but weather's a little bit sketchy, but sure could use the 10 grand. It costs a lot to travel this far, so we're gonna go out there and try to make it happen. Nice pass there for him, gets the win. Bowman.
Mike, did you win?
Yeah, I won that round, so it was a good clean run. Kind of laid down a little bit on the other end, not sure what that was all about, but yeah, no, it was a good run. I'm pretty happy with it, and we'll see if we get the draw and race for that 10 grand tonight. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully everything goes down. We got a little bit in it. Should run pretty good. So take it from there. And I think if it goes A to B, I think we got enough to beat him.
Yeah, we're going to turn on some wind lights. Hopefully we get up there in the points, and we're going to win it all. I don't even know why these guys showed up. I mean,
Sideways, tire shake.
Yikes. All right, go over to the right then.
Woo, look at you.
Pass, man. It feels good to win around. And that was the first full pass. Well, since the nitrous, the new tires, the wheels, and everything's worked out good. Hopefully, everything in the front part's good and everything in the back part's good. The guy in the middle's still a little nuts. So, wow. I feel like I won the championship.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of fast cars today. If we can get past the wind factor, I think we're going to see some really fast passes. And we're racing a local for our first round off the trailer to try to get ourselves into the Beat the Champs.
Paige Coughlin takes the win there. Nice job.
You know what, it was a nice pass, you know, it's just something to get you right off the trailer. You know what, we just want to get down. You know, I noticed a few things that maybe we could work on when it comes to just getting off the line quicker, especially need to do my part in just making sure I'm leaving first 99% of the time, but I'll take the win. Now we get to go and put our name in the bucket to race against the champs.
right, B-Rad. Brad Eglin here. He's gonna make his solo pass.
I'm Brad Eglin. I'm from Alexandria, Kentucky. I drive the 1994 Chevrolet Lumina. We call it Luminesque.
So that'll do it for the qualifying round of Beat the Champ. Coming up next is going to be our champs making their first and only test pass. All right, so two champs going to go at it here. During their test pass over in the left lane, that's going to be Kelley Screwball on board that third in Camaro, going up against Ryan Martin, Pro Charger on board there for Ryan. Kelley with a nice pass there to the left lane. Ryan Martin has issues in that right lane. Car does not sound good. Kelley though, nice pass there for him.
What happened? I hit some cones?
Ryan or you?
Me.
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
Maybe.
Felt like I hit everything. I was nervous about that pass because that's the first time I ever put my own cam in. But apparently, it was camming, whatever cams do, and made a good rip.
It was camming?
Yeah, it was camming in there, pretty good. It felt like anyway. That thing was hooked up. I didn't feel a shake, a quiver. It was like it was on a radio.
Wow.
But it was pulling right the whole time. That's why I asked you if I hit the cones, but I think I made it to the finish line.
I don't see nothing on your pretty little front.
Because my painter, Jason, he's kind of getting aggravated with me about them cones. I think we're good.
Alright, Merkin over here in this right lane, first pass of the day. Test pass. Chance starts.
Which one caught? You guys know? This one? It went down, you know, fairly uneventful until we get here and we got this much opening to go through with the wind blowing like that. It's gonna catch our chutes every time. I'll pin one from here on out and go to the far one. I'm not coming back through here.
Okay, so we went up for our first test pass before the Beat the Champs race starts for round one. I was playing around with Kai, talking some smack to him. To be honest with you, I was just kind of sizing him up. I would like to race him to see how fast his car is. We pulled up next to each other, put it on the two-step. I let go of the button, I didn't have any power. Mine broke the shaft of the Pro Charger immediately as soon as I went on the tip. That's not a detrimental failure. We do have the parts to fix it. The boys are thrashing on it right now. They've already got it apart. They'll have it fixed probably in the next 30 minutes. So we're gonna be good for the next round. The bad part is we got no testing for the eliminations round coming up. So we're gonna have to swing at it right off the bat. But honestly, from everything I see, the track looks pretty good. We're probably gonna take our chances with the big tune-up.
So what we're going to do is get our 8 winners from the qualifying round up here. We're going to draw chips, and the 5 drivers that have the lucky chip will go on to race the champs for $10,000. That's where we're at right now. Who has 6, 7, and 8? 6, 7, and 8. Oh, Jeff Lutz, Nate Saylor, and Tim Brown are out. So our 5 drivers that will go against the champs tonight are Mike Bowman, Paige Coughlin, B-Rad, Scott Taylor, and Disco Dean. Woo! First pair coming after over the right lane. Mike Bowman. Mike Bowman into Chevelle. Going up against Kelley. Kelley over here in the left lane.
You know, I feel pretty good. Kai, you know, I feel like he's probably, no doubt, the fastest car out here. He's a good driver, and so I think on my best run, it'll be tough.
First round I got Mike Bowman. Feel good about it. Cars are flying. Mike Bowman's going to have his shit together if he's going to outrun us. As long as I do my job and I don't screw up, I think we got a hot ride.
All right, Kai Kelley coming in here in the left lane. Bowman in the right. And Mike Bowman gets the win. Bowman left first and got the win there in that right lane. Nice job for Mike Bowman.
Well, shit. Got beat.
You got beat.
Yep. I don't know. First pass I made, my car went right on down through there. That pass, it was shaking and snorting and doing all kind of crazy shit. So it's a good thing it's to beat the champs day and not the big race. Now we got a little time to test.
We put a lot of brand new stuff between the blower and the crank. We won't break that again, I doubt. Knock on wood anyway. If there is any around here. Yep, wait, look, there's wood right here. So, knock on wood, but I think we're ready to go. I got Paige Coughlin. She's been making pretty good laps. Look, I'm not scared to tell it how it is. We struggled a little bit this year. We've been doing a lot of small tire racing. Probably not as much big tire racing as we should, but we did our homework. We've been testing the wheels off that gray car. So, if we can hold everything together, we'll be good.
Leaves first, never looks back. Paige Coughlin gets the win there. Nice job. Ryan Martin has issues in that right lane.
That's what I like to see. Hell yeah! Woo! Thank you! Oh, I'm so excited. It did the exact same thing as the round before that, just faster, and I can feel it. This thing had some fucking beans to this. Man, that feels so great, because I know that Ryan Martin, that is a tough car to beat, and the rest of them out there are going to be just as tough, if not tougher.
So we got B-Rad. I mean, there were times if I drew him, I'd be excited about it, but did you see his pass? He made a killer lift. We'll just do our thing like we always do. Don't worry about who's in the lane next to us, and see if we can run with these guys.
I'm feeling pretty good. We had a good pass. I got some good data. It'll be my second test here for the year, so he's got a fast hot rod right now too, so he's gonna be a tough one. This is a good track, so you can throw some power down here.
And Motor Nova gets the win. Nice job. Front tires off the ground pretty much the entire pass there for Motor Nova. Saw it making a little bit of a move towards the center. Tire set down just in time, able to steer it back straight. Motor Nova gets the win. Nice job. So Motor Nova holding it down for the champs.
We made a good pass. We were happy with the pass that we made. We didn't change a whole lot from the first pass, so I'm assuming it ran real close to what it did the first pass. It got out there, it moved around just a little bit, and you know, I'm happy with it. We took the stripe. We're going to the next round.
I like this car. I think we can hop it up more than we ever have.
I agree with that. I agree with that. It definitely drives really well. Except in the burnout. She's a handful in the burnout. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but she's a handful in the burnout.
Your car is?
Yeah, you didn't see that last burnout?
No, I was at the big end.
Make sure right here you cut to the burnout of first round off the trailer there and you show what happened. Some good years, all that bite.
Got Disco Dean, y'all. We run him last race. It was pretty close. Air's gonna be better here. I think we're both gonna run better, so we'll see who wins.
Scott Taylor gets the win. That was close. Looked like Disco Dean was coming.
All good, man. We added a little power to it, and it took all of it. So I like it. We'll see what happens on the next one. We're gonna keep pouring some power to it on that keyboard for sure. But hey, it's fixing to get tough.
All right, so I do believe your 4 cars that will go to the next round, or the semis for Beat the Champ, are going to be Mike Bowman, Paige Coughlin, Murder Nova, and Scott Taylor. There is 4 of y'all left in the Beat the Champ race. Just 1 champ remaining, Murder Nova. You're holding it strong for the champs. Paige Coughlin, you took out Ryan Martin. Nice job, nice job. We're gonna draw chips now to see who is racing who in the semifinals. Don't forget, the last car standing will get $10,000 tonight. So good little payday, all right? Paige Coughlin, yes, versus Mike Bowman. All right, folks, here we go. First pair of the semifinal round. Coming at you right now. Over in the left lane, that's going to be Mike Bowman. Hard Charger on board there for Bowman, going up against Paige Coughlin in the right lane. Road Charger on board for Paige. Winner will go to the final of Beat the Champ class. Let's see who it will be.
I'm feeling pretty good about this. We took out Ryan Martin first round. That was terrifying because he's a champ, obviously, and I knew that I had to bring my absolute A game to the table. We're gonna run Mike Bowman. Hopefully, we turn on the win light in my lane. We're gonna be in the right lane this time. We have not made a pass down that side yet. Hopefully, it's just as good. We were just up there, track felt great. We had a little bit of rain, but I don't think that's gonna stop us. So, fingers crossed. I believe that we can win this. Let's just keep going some rounds.
We're racing Paige this next run. She's a great driver. I mean, the kid, she can drive. So she'll be on the tree. I'm gonna have to be on the tree, and then just hope that I have a little bit more than she does. So car's pretty fast, you know. Some might be underestimating us, but we're pretty fast. So we'll see what happens in the semi-final round. I want that 10 grand. I mean, I'm really pushing hard to get that 10 grand tonight. So we'll see.
Coughlin just barely gets the win. Great race right there between those 2 cars, but Paige Coughlin turns on the win light. Nice job. So Paige going to the finals in the Beat the Champ class here for $10,000. Let's see who she will race. It's either going to be Scott Taylor or Murder Nova, and we're going to find out here in just a second.
Holy shit. That was some gangster-ass fucking driving right there. Oh my gosh. That thing, as soon as it left, it went hard towards the center, probably 60 feet out, and I said, we are not lifting. We're not lifting, we're gonna keep on going. Oh my gosh, that was definitely a very questionable run, but I will take it. A win is a win, and the fact that I was able to stay in it and keep chewing is just fucking nuts. So this car obviously wanted to go. It had somewhere to be, and that was the finish line first. So I'm proud of you, girly pop. I'm proud.
Good job, girl.
Thank you.
I think you got me on the tree.
Well, I saw you the round before. I knew I had to bring my A game.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no,
shit.
it was a little bit, but I was like, I'm watching you the whole time going, God, I just need to pull on her just a little bit, but it didn't happen, so good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right, here we go. Final pair of the semi-final round. Going to be a good one. Over in the left lane, driving that new Pro Charge Camaro, that is going to be Scott Scooter Taylor. He's got a tough draw, though, over in that right lane. That is going to be Murder Nova. Murder Nova in the right lane, going against Scott Taylor in the left.
Scott's got his car on point. It's been running good, so we're going to see if we can't end his night early, just like he's going to try to end our night early. So me and Scott got a history of going back and forth a lot, so we'll see. This will be the first time I've raced him this season, and we'll judge where he's at.
It'll be the first time we've run Sean in this car. At the end of last year, we were both sort of battling it out for the championship. He had our number at the beginning of the season. We may have had his number towards the end of the season, and we'll see how it starts off with a little Goldie and Murder Nova.
Taylor able to get the win. That had to have been by a bumper or so down there. Oh my gosh. Scott Taylor takes out the last remaining champ. So your finals in Beat the Champ will be Paige Coughlin versus Scott Taylor. Wow.
Yeah, no, hey, it was a good lick. I turned mine up quite a bit from the last pass because I knew he was, I didn't think I was where he's at yet. So we turned it up quite a bit. Hey, and it made a good lick, and we got outran. So we've said that numerous times. Can't get upset if the car does its job, and we just get outran.
We've been sending this thing more and more every pass, and that time I think I might have goosed it a bit too much, but it still made the trip, but it made me work for it. I had to drive it. It was up on the center line. But I can tell you, I was out front and I was not lifting, I can promise y'all that. But now we're moving on to the finals with Paige Coughlin. She just took out Mike Bowman. I knew she was fast, but she must be extra, super fast. We're gonna see what it takes in the finals, see if we can outrun her.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our Beat the Champ finals drivers meeting. We're down to 2 drivers. Y'all are racing for $10,000, all right? The only thing we gotta do, flip a coin for lane choice. Unless you're gonna give Paige Coughlin the lane choice, Scott.
I'm gonna give her the call for the coin flip.
Oh, okay, all right. So Paige, you get to call it in the air.
If she wants to, if you want.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Alrighty, I guess I'll call heads.
Heads is the call. It is. That was a flip right there. That was a flip. Oh, it's heads. Paige Coughlin, you get to pick the lane. Oh my gosh. Decisions. You don't have to pick right now.
I wasn't prepared for this.
I didn't come up prepared.
You don't have to pick right now. That's okay. Also, like I said, don't forget you're racing for $10,000. Look, here is the check. Everyone loves big checks, right?
Listen, hold on.
Look at that. What we got? Oh, what are we doing?
Doesn't even bounce. That's a good check.
Doesn't bounce. That's right. The check does not bounce. Way to go, Scott. Be sure to check out, we got our sponsors here up top. We got Expel, Quick Performance, Proline Racing, Mark and Mickey Transmissions, and LAT Lat. All right, you know what you got to do. You know who you're racing. All right, let's go. Here we go.
It's almost done.
Make this look easy.
We gotta be fully prepared. Scott Taylor is no joke.
So we just got back. We beat Mike Bowman. That was quite a wild ride I took there. But that means when we're pushing this car that hard to go as fast as we possibly can, sometimes things break. And that's part of it. So, looks like it broke. Shot on blower, broke charger. Hopefully we didn't do too much damage. We got to go through it right now. We got to hustle, turn this thing right back around because we got to get back up there to run the final against Scott Taylor. I have faith in my team that we're going to put another badass unit in it, and we're going to go up there and we're going to give them a hell of a run. And I have faith that my wind light's going to turn on. Scott's going to be tough, and I'm going to be just as tough, if not tougher. So, bring it on.
All right, this will be your Beat the Champs final right here. Over in the left lane, that is going to be Paige Coughlin. In the right lane, that'll be Scott Taylor.
Paige is rolling. I mean, she took out Mike Bowman, took out Brian Martin. I mean, I would call her a bear killer for the weekend. So hopefully we can sneak out there and pick up a win. That's what we're going for. Trying to squeeze every bit of horsepower out of this thing. Fingers crossed we can pick up a win right here. It would be huge. 10K goes a long way on our program.
I know that when I heard Murder Nova lost to Scott, I'm like, fuck. Well, we better step this thing up. He's got a really fast, beautiful car, and I know we're gonna have to fucking come ready to fight, because that's what it's gonna take.
Wow, that car made a move towards the wall. I thought it was all but over, but somehow Paige Coughlin turns on the wind light. Wow.
I'm giving you a hug. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. The way the thing left was just terrifying, but exhilarating all at the same time, because we were just slowly chipping away at this whole nitrous shindig, but nitrous outlet, fuck yeah, man. That was fucking awesome. That was quite the run. It was shaking up front. This thing went right to the wall, and I just held that bitch to the floor. I said, we are gonna win this damn race, and that's what we did. So my team gave me such a badass race car. I didn't even see him the whole time. I just like, you know what? You gotta be good up on that tree. You gotta be quick. Holy shit. We got a fucking race car.
All right, Miss Paige Coughlin, I want to be the first to congratulate you on your Beat the Champ win. You beat Scott Taylor. Chris Hardy from Expel would like to present this, your first big check. Here you go, $10,000. There you go, Paige Coughlin. Congratulations. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is my first big check ever. I'm so excited about it. I've always wanted to win one of these, by the way. But I am so excited for how this car just overall drove the entire day. My team gave me such an amazing, badass hot rod that got me from one end to the other, and it don't matter if it was chaotic, it just got down and it turned on that wind light every single time. So to say I beat the champs today is pretty fucking gnarly. And I'm super stoked, and it gives me just that much more confidence going into tomorrow.
All right, well that'll do it for the first night here at Virginia Motorsports Park. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, 12 o'clock, the track goes hot. We'll do our main event, $40,000 to win, Outlaw 32. See you there.